I was not prepared to hit play or record. Sunrise. What came out when I flipped cards out right before I hit record was someone attacking the sun, but they were having a hard time doing this. The initial, right, we know that the initial reason was to lower the frequency, or there was a certain type of species that couldn't. Oh, you know what? Do you know how we say that reptilian, a certain type of, and there could be other species too, that they can't be in the sun? And I'm guessing that these are the species, whether they're just on this planet or other planets, if that is a thing, they're all trying to, they could have joined together. You know how we say that gangs and mafias and shit at some point join together for certain things, the most unlikely allies. I just heard the same thing as above. To destroy the sun, but in the process, the sun started eating itself, or something happened where now the sun's burning off all kinds of, it's overwhelming for some types of species. Oh, it came out about them trying to attack the sun. They were having a hard time because it could just be finances running out. And then it felt to me there was a possibility that some company that's going through some type of loss or slowdown in production, or just the machine isn't running the way it used to. There were children working in there somehow, whether this is male, the cafeteria and shit. And then there was gay LGBTQ shit all around. It felt to me, if I'm one of those people, I'm trying to justify what I'm doing. I know that I'm supposed to be grooming, but in my eyes, I'm building leaders because they're working at a young age. That's just how I feel being this cat or this broad. And there were, right, I don't even remember what it was I thought in my head, okay, but it just had some shit to do with being gay. Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon, when you coming home, son, I don't know. Right, somebody's son's missing, people's children are missing, and they're working in this company, Glory. Tower moment. This looks like, you know what I got the first time from this? Star Wars. That's what this looks like. In the sky, the clouds, the lightning, all the kind of shit. I feel like there's some kind of... Look at the attack, though. Look at all the arrows. It's like have they been doing that? It feels like arrows of frequency. And it could be something that they even drummed up that we don't know anything about. Everything rejuvenates itself. Is it possible that, you know how we talk about our skin, your skin will rejuvenate itself after a certain amount of time? Most things can. I mean, fruit and shit like that, right? But you know what I mean? Anything with elements involved, possibly? I wonder if everything in the universe eventually rejuvenates itself if there wasn't constant attack, even if it's sporadic. This is what... Are these beings holding back something that they created? Holding back the years. Gears? If this is some type of wheel, right? I'm hearing that. Or this is maybe what they want to tell people. Something about gears and wheels giving off something. If it's the kind of thing where, look, here's also what I see. Because I feel like there's duality in here too. There's the people that see, we need to fix this shit because I'm starting to feel it. And then there are those who, they could be another species. If they seem like they're not affected, or they're overdoing it, or they're just not as interested in that project. They're always both. You're going to have, right? You know. Maybe it was the more that they attacked it, the sicker they got. Do you know what I also feel? Is that when they started attacking the sun, and the sun started, once that was fucked up, the sun's, right? There was possibly other layers of stuff that was going to burn off now that they weren't expecting. And it may actually be worse if this didn't happen yet. This could be a possibility that it's going to be worse. Be careful for those where you have good intentions, be careful. Yeah, and don't, oh God, especially in the judiciary system. I said judiciary specifically for a reason. To judicial bother somebody, that's how you're going to know this is for you. And the judiciary, what's it? It sounds like you're stuttering. Did you have that conversation with someone? Wife. Oh, they want to talk about another thing when the sun comes up. Q-O-I-N-A. Here comes the sun. Did somebody listen to that song? I just felt overwhelmed with sexual feeling. There's somebody who, I feel that there's a guy that was pleasing himself, and he heard that song, and that was it. This could have been holding it in like that with the devil. I've been literally holding this shit in since I broke up with my ex, or, I mean, damn, for somebody, he's been holding this shit in since you guys separated. Why don't you just tell this woman that you don't want to separate from her? I don't understand all this shit. I just died in your arms tonight. Did he feel somebody's fault? He fell over. He fell over, and you aren't even there. I guess he thought, or you could have thought, that his want for you died. Nah. There's just something that he needed to be reminded of. Now he can rest. I don't feel like this motherfucker is sleeping. Sheila. This man is such I mean, if he's not some type of general of an army or captain, oh man, what this life has done. Because well, okay, I can't say there is no difference. There aren't many differences between the way he is with you at home, and I go like this because somebody does that, and the way that he is. Captain, look. God, he's so guarded. I can't even believe it. Yeah. The old dirty bastard. Somebody's becoming an old dirty bastard. And what happened? You split up here? Or you just separated? What are you waiting for? He just sits there. Well, he is right now. Or this is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, fire sign, air sign, heavy Capricorn, Scorpio. He has a wand in his hand. Does this guy have to have something in his hand? If it's not a remote, it's a beer or a dick or the balls. Burst and shut. Did he think his shit was shut completely? Oh man, you did it. You did. What are you going to do? You're just going to have a remote ejaculative relationship with this woman now? What? This is so awkward. Going back is awkward. Even more awkward. Okay. But is it though? if this was let's say that you have things, and let's say that some of that, a portion of those things were stolen, money, jewelry, shit like that, and you knew that somebody had it, would you be this hesitant to approach them for that? The value, right? So your worth still isn't where it should be. Period. That's it. Canyon. I did. I found the book yesterday. Really? Canyon. Deep. Profound. Complex. Oh my God. This is one of those situations where they tell themselves this over and over because they're lying to themselves, and then it turns out what all he had to do was go out of his front door and 6 houses down. It's like the whole time people are going, so what is it with you two? It's too deep. It's too deep. And the whole time, like, she lives upstairs? WS. JS. ZC. Wisconsin. Washington. Johannesburg. Zolkarai? I don't know what Zolkarai is. Costigan. Tremere. I don't know what that is. Synergy. Suffering in silence. What? Really? All because... Look, this is what he's going. What do I say? Hi, I've been jerking off to you 16 times a day to the point where my dick is chafing and I have forearm strain. Look, I'll just watch from afar. Look. Look, let's just watch this. And this falls right under him with his wand in his hand. Look, I'm just going to put... I'm not necessarily in spiritual jail. Because I do as I come and go as I play. You clearly do, sir. The problem here is, this is it for you. You're just... This is a permanent jerk-off station. Yep. I mean, you might as well... This could be locking himself in, even. I have water. Yeah, he's got a fucking cooler. Or the mini fridge. I got my snacks. You know what I mean? I got the cheesesteak joint or the deli right next to the bodega. Down the street. I see these beautiful ladies in there that make my food. I walk past. I'm good. This could even be some men, yeah, that are like this, that I don't want a wife. I don't even want a girlfriend. In fact, I've been graping myself and groping myself for the past 6 weeks, 6 months, 18 days, and I'm good. Yeah, I even give myself rough sex this way. Yeah, I dig that. I did. What's the point? These are for men specifically who are trying to manifest. They're trying to put that out there. Right now, I need to get out of this rut that I'm in, and I don't want somebody saying that they helped me this time. I want to test this shit out. I see that as well. This man, there's a cheesesteak place where he has the same reaction as he does thinking of this. There is somebody here that he's thinking of, though, and it must be a wife, because the devil here isn't with the actual Ace of Wands, or I would say it could be porn, but it's with the relationship. Okay, you're the one he should have held on to. Let's talk about you. It feels dirty, but loyal. I do. I feel dirty. I feel you can play many roles. Dirty, innocent. I don't feel childish stuff. I don't feel like this from this woman. Like I refuse to call you daddy. I just won't do it. I might as well just go granddad or great granddad. That's how this woman feels. Where's my phone? That could be another thing with this cat. The phone, the internet. I don't feel like this guy is ready to admit that him fucking that up is why he is in this situation, because he tells himself every day that he's okay with it. He's actually, and you know what? The thing is, it's working for this guy, that he fooled himself. It did for a little while. Something must be happening if they're bringing it up. West Side Connection. Okay. White Stripes crew. A group of friends who are envied by others. Sir, are you having this that you and this ex of yours were envy? I mean, I feel what's a word that's envied, blown way out of proportion. Why? What did I do? Why did I do it? How could I let... Because this guy is thinking about all of his boys at the time. I don't know if he still speaks to them, but if he's having this kind of aha, then he doesn't. Or he wouldn't be able to have it. It came out in arguments. Because I wanted her. Or I wanted... Oh, some of his friends actually came out and said that they were interested in him. But this all was forced. He must be a Heyoka, and he triggers. So this would be an awakened, with that Tower card for me, an awakened male. And maybe that's the difference now. I'm awakened. Maybe that's what the Tower was. And I was just like, hoping and wishing, right? No, not really. I'm up for adaptation, master ancestor DNA. Yep. I'm taking in all kinds of data. They would say data, which would just be intel. Let's talk about this thing that you guys had and why so many people were envied. He could have said this. He could have said, I don't feel like you're a dime a dozen, and that's why this is like this. But he could have come across other women like you. This is important to this cat. It should be important to all men. What happens with your side guy? Loyalty. Okay. This is definitely a chameleon male. They can't adapt anywhere. They don't get along with these guys anymore. Maybe he cut them off and then there was a phase of sitting to himself. It would be weird. I don't think you would want him back if it was just, I figured out today that my friends, they envy us and I'm coming back now. I feel like there's still that lingering shit of whatever transpired and whatever was the result of him being around those types of guys. You know what I mean? I don't know what I just said. I just keep going. I don't even know if that made any sense. Now I need to just, you know what I mean, sit to myself and think so that I can recognize this in the future. He really is thinking about this. I am divinely protected and guided by God, the universe, and my spirit guardians. let me try this out. I mean, of course, I'm not going to use these words. I'm not going to talk about this, but I can have this work for me in some way. Maybe I can have them work for me. Meditation. I see eyes closed. He can't meditate right laying down. He sits up. He crosses his legs. He can't do that thing. I don't know. Men shouldn't. Jeremy Kramer said that. That's for somebody. So you don't think that I'm the one saying that shit. Dave Rasborn. I don't know if did they bullied as a child? I don't feel it lasted long. Okay, what would that have to do with? Oh, the same thing. It's a different type of bullying. It's I'm your friend bully, right? Covert, very sneaky. When you're a child, it's you throw dirt on someone or you steal their swing. When you're an adult, it's them telling you that, yo, did you see that chick up the street, man? You know, her dad does this and she's got this, and then she's not the kind of girl for you, but your girl, the one you're interested in, isn't the kind of girl for him. And this is that sly motherfucker that'll he won't make a move on the one you're dating or interested, or even your wife, okay, for months, so that it's not so obvious. It's going to be like, well, maybe this is just the way it was supposed to be. I mean, we ran into each other, but meanwhile, he's following her. He knows her every move. And honestly, you're telling him too much about her schedule and what she does, Harper, that this went on. This started from childhood, went into teenage years, and I just feel like this thing, it has molded this guy into being someone that holds back now. I hold back, vanish. It could even be that where I take off. Certain, if he feels overwhelmed, this could be how it is now. What did I do as a child? I used to sit in the closet. He's practicing this tool. It's a coping tool. It's something he does. He isolates himself, and isn't that what came out in the beginning? I smoked a couple hits of a joint and just not right. But you're right. I wasn't right before I smoked. I should be right. Whatever. Too much. And here I am. I don't want to do this anymore. Why do I not hold back with my wife or my ex? And why do I hold back with these guys and even my female friends? It's just some weird spell. I don't feel black magic. This guy can tell when there's some kind of or juju or something on him, and he doesn't feel that either. Is it just something with them that they have this weird insecurity, or they're angry that they got divorced? Is it really like that? Because when you have this kind of thing with a husband and wife, or a man and a couple, we'll say, and you don't even pay attention to other people's relationship. I don't even know. These motherfuckers know the last time you had an argument. They have it written down. It's probably in the bathroom stall of the neighborhood bar and shit. Like, so broke up July 19th, 2022. And it's right? But you know nothing about theirs. Another thing is, remember when he said they believe everybody's like them? We all do. I believe that everybody, or a lot of people, were like me. I was wrong. Same thing. They think everybody's sneaky like that. And they write it down in case they have to use it as a weapon. They use all data and information as a weapon. I refuse to partake. It's not my job to mentally balance somebody. I just can't do it, Captain. I don't have the paw. It's just too much emotion involved. Because this guy is actually empathetic. They don't. Oh man, are these guys gonna realize how much they need you? This is the heyoka. This is the of the feminines. That amazing. This is the male. Oh my God. You can't be around these people anymore. You just can't do it. I feel it. I feel that you don't even know it, but your job now is to make their day, solve their problems. Have you noticed that they oh my God. They'll start a sentence and then leave it so you finish it. You don't even realize it's you giving them information on building things, and then they take that information and they pass it on, or they use it for themselves, and they don't even give you credit for it. Like, this is that guy where I would have just told you. You don't ever give me anything. I don't think this guy got this from parents either. Like, you know how much I'm sitting here thinking the other day, this is overwhelming, just at how much this man brought to the table. I mean, in every scenario of his life. There's not one person that I interact with that doesn't have something positive there when I walk away. That's it. Yeah, that. I love that. Taurus, Aries, Pisces, Leo. This is my new commitment. Getting away from them, leveling up, focusing on DNA, picking and choosing which situations, now that I know I'm some type of shape-shifting chameleon, where I want to. Okay, this is the thing. I'm already shape-shifting into this. I'm quite comfortable with this outcome. There's another form of shape-shifting over there that is required if I choose to leave this. Do I want to be, is that the result I'm looking for? This is, I'm going into a salon where they're going to do my makeup. And I already see the outcome of the last two from two different artists. One looks amazing. The other one looks like, it's the chair where you get in when you get your hair cut, and the fucking bitch just found out her husband's cheating and somebody took it out on somebody else's face, and you intentionally sit down. You know, you got the appointment with the good one. And going, I'm going to take a shot. You only get one shot. Assume that with every shot that you have in life. Just play it like this is my last shot. This shot here is going to be the one that people are going to know me for. This shit's going to be public as hell. Yep. Now I'm ready to reconcile. I think now I'm a man, yes I am, and I can't help but love you so. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. This is definitely now I want to commit. I don't know if this is going to be a marriage. I don't know how you guys feel about that shit. But if you were either you were all ready and now you're going to do shit differently, or this is what he's thinking after dealing with this other one. We're gonna make up. Everything's going to be beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. You're going to lovey-dovey. Right? It's going to be beautiful. Now that I have more, this is emotion. He was committed to the sexual part in the past. And the child even. If there's children for you. Let me remind, this will be multiple scenarios. Does the child have a speech impediment? You already know what kind of guy this is then. This is for the woman who you're apprehensive about him coming back. You have a child, and I don't even know if this is his child. that he took care of, and this child has a speech impediment. The fact that that man stepped up and did that tells you what kind of man he's going to be like in every other aspect of your life. But here is, I want to reconcile. Now, if you don't have children and you wanted one, this guy's got, okay, all right, maybe I felt a little bit, I'm sorry, I just left. This is going to be a passionate apology. I'm sorry I just took off and somebody went to get milk, so to quote. I had a hard time finding the right cow is what it feels like here. He's milking himself now. I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me? This man's been milking himself for 6 months. And he's loyal to that, right? But I'm sorry that it took me so long to even get my shit together. I'm sorry if this was a business with the two of you, and whatever this was on the other side affected him going to work, or if there are people who are in business together in some way or connected to it, and then there's someone where the husband just, that was affected by all this. I don't know if these were friends that he met back up with, or if these were friends, a mix that he had in his life for a while, but it didn't hit him until, I mean, this is a lot of time being spent before I realized just how envious you are of my marriage, my relationship filter. Oh my God. He doesn't have a filter. Oh my God, the overwhelming ta-da of, they hated me my whole life. Yeah, somebody can actually say hate. I can say it. Or at the very least, if I don't cut this off where we're actually just okay, it could very well turn into hate. I feel very emotional, like this guy, if you told him this, and you know how you are when you're a woman, and I'm not sure what your delivery was. There's a woman who said it, she meant it, but the way she said it was abrasive, and she made herself look not much different, okay? So she thought about it, and she either wrote it or typed it and said it differently, and ever since you did that shit, ooh, wait. This motherfucker's like, what if I'm wrong and she's right? How do you just walk away from 30-year friendships and family members? Basked in my own smelly fart. He's a... This is a... what can we call this? This isn't an awakening, and this isn't a transition, and this isn't a spiritual death and rebirth. This is a universal graping, okay? A violent attack, it feels, on this guy to get him to see things. I don't know. I mean, he's homeless. And some of these men were homeless. Nobody would help them. Basked in my own smelly fart. Fire sign female. Oh, okay. Well, that's very secret, though. And content with that. That's what. Look at this. This is look. This is the male Queen of Wands. With the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Wands. I'm cool. I'm good with this right now. He had no choice but to be. You know why? Because the more that that freaking, what was it? The DNA, the ancestor DNA, the more he leveled up, the more he couldn't be around these other people. It won't work. It'll be constant headbutting, cocky comments, things going wrong until you realize, yep. And he skipped the fuck with you. So let me show you the foot. Yep, I'm out. I don't know how many more. Yes. in order for him to truly appreciate and be able to be the guy that he was before, when he used to apologize. When he apologizes, it's genuine. He's just you know. He spent time, and they're showing me a guy who'd be like, man, I'm sorry, and he didn't do nothing wrong. He wasn't necessarily sorry, and it wasn't a situation, it became something that was repetitious. He needed to be more diplomatic. So for the woman who has a man in some type of general or capital or army or leadership, he's very diplomatic when it comes to you, and even cutting you off and out of sight, out of mind. But when it comes to all this other shit, I feel like he just became a little more softer when it came to that. And this is also you know how I keep rambling until I get that final aha, and then I'm just going to leave it. There was no apology here. There's no ability to say I'm sorry. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry. I just want you to know. And because of this, the universe made sure that he was forced by himself and to deal with this shit mentally, so that he didn't bring this mental shit around you. I believe that you are the woman that you do that with this guy. That's what a lot of your relationship towards the end of it, or if it's there now, it was constant you fixing parts of him, and then what happens? You send him out shiny and new, and somebody else gets the benefit of that, because now he's out, gone to work, or he just does things, or he has some type, or you both work, but there's a separation period where I feel like you just left my garage and I just restored you, and you come back to me with dents. Nooka, motherfucker, cracker, you know what I mean? So maybe it's time, and this happens repeatedly. Yeah, you come back all in heat and shit, you know what I mean? We have one good fucking night, maybe. Next thing you know, I'm sitting here upside down going, am I going to get that rush again by going on the inversion table, elliptical, or something, putting myself upside down? When am I ever going to get that again? And it's like, God, man, are you out there cheating or lying and shit? Makes me fucking think about doing it. Yeah, right? Makes me think about having a one-night stand and shit, and saying, I'll deal with looking like and feeling like this the next day. You know, right? Because I know that I'm fucking royalty, or I know that I'm worth it. All right, this is good. I'm going to end it there. I'm happy for whoever this is for, but not many people will be.